What up? What up? This is Mike, the philosopher, along with Ski and Sean B. And this is going to be a part two of the universe. Okay. And the question remains well, I should say, in case you haven't seen the first one, scientists breakthrough. Experts share evidence for a previous universe. More here more were here before us. So there were more universes here before us, is what scientists is saying. And that will clear up a lot of things. That will fly in the face of religion. That would actually explain why this one exists. There would it would make a lot of sense. Actually, it will make sense of the universe, of the world, if there were universes here before. My question would be, what was the first universe? That would be my question. I don't doubt myself that this is just another universe and it wasn't the first. So for a lot of people who believe that God said, "Let there be light," and He created this universe first, I'm not on in that camp, and I'm not saying that there's anybody who's wrong with being in that camp, but scientists is even saying that that doesn't exist. That this is not the first one. So that will fly in the face of a lot of religions, practically all of them. Let me speak on what they said. Scientists just revealed that experts just claim that there is evidence of the fact that there were past universes that may have existed in the night sky. These are the remnants of black holes from another universe, according to the reports. The online publication mentioned above cited info from New Scientist and reveals that the idea is based around something called conformal cyclic cosmology. Okay, you are definitely wondering what is CCC, which is conformal cyclic cosmology. This is the theory that our universe goes through constant cycles of big bangs and compressions rather than having started from a single big bang, like what God suggested here, or people in religion would have suggested. Experts tell us that most of these universes would have been destroyed from one cycle to the next, but they also claim that some electromagnetic radiation could survive the cycle's process. Their findings are reported. So, in other words, some of this electromagnetic radiation could have survived the recycling process of the last universe. So, if some of this electromagnetic radiation could have survived, they could have created another universe. Okay, and this is what I know. This stuff is mind bending, hard to believe, hard to understand, but you got to think, if there is nothing, and then a universe, as you would say, dies, and some of the remnants of that universe still exist in the nothingness, it can recreate itself and create another universe simply based off of the electromagnetic radiation. So in other words, a piece of the universe still exists, and then it grows and it can create another universe. What we claim, and I said something like this in another video, and I told Black that it only took like a teaspoon of it to have survived in order for it to create everything that you see today. I know that is mind-bending, hard to believe. It's that and the third, but that is the case. What we claim we're seeing is the final remnants after a black hole has evaporated away in the previous ion. This is what the universe of Oxford mathematical physicist Roger Penrose study or creator of CCC theory. The evidence comes in from the form of Hawking points and is named after the late Stephen Hawking. So that's what they're saying about that situation. And you know,
So this is a theory. This is not proof. The whole CCC, that's a theory that you said that was developed by another theory, by Hawking's theory,
yeah, Ski,
and
you
that
can unmute
if
yourself.
you follow this CCC theory and you believe in that this theory that a previous universe could have existed. So I mean, I guess in theory, I guess in theory, maybe, but
I mean, if you do the the mathematics, it can work itself out. They're saying that any kind of radiation, they call it Hawking radiation. So they named it after Stephen Hawking. I know that's Ski's favorite. Unmute yourself. There you go, Ski. But yeah, they saying that if enough of that residue still exists, it can create another universe that will grow and grow and grow into what we see today, which is, again, and that could have been, and one of those little things could have heated up to a point where it will create another big bang, and then you have the expansion that you have right now. So, did God say, "Let there be light"? If he did, it was a long time ago. It was eons ago. It wasn't this one.
and according to them, it was several lights, Big Bang theories and whatnot, and oscillations.
Could have been an infinite number of ions before this one. So we're just in a regular schmegula universe.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's quite interesting. Like, in a previous episode, like I say, if we were offered the opportunity to travel to space, I don't know if any one of us would be. I know I probably would be skeptical. I'm gonna put it like that. Now, from what I hear, what is that? Elon Musk or one of them guys, they was offering trips to space for like $1 million or $1 billion, whatever the number was. It was some astronomical number. But you could get a seat on this space shuttle that would actually take you, I think, to outer space. I didn't follow the story too in depth, but I do know that. Yeah, I think that's Elon Musk because he got his space program, right?
Yeah, but
and he was shooting off rockets.
One too.
Well, yeah. So one of those guys. Long story short, they were shooting off rockets, and going to outer space without any sort of real like documentation or way to track it. And so they came up with these laws to be like, no, you can't launch whenever you want. You got to have this long drawn out process. And long story short, I just feel like maybe if I don't know, but even that's hard. Because what I was gonna say is that if the community was more inclusive, I'm not gonna say that Black folks are not included in science and technology in today's time. One thing I do know is that their discoveries are overlooked until it's discovered by someone else.
Well, there's a lot of African American, just African people in general that are in science and technology, so they're part of these teams too. But just like
what I'm getting at is like Dr.
Probably the most famous is Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's probably the most famous scientist period right now. Him and Michio Kaku, I believe his name is. So those guys are pretty famous theoretical physicists and things like that. The article also says you may know by now that the theorized that black holes would emit radiation known as Hawking radiation, and it's this that Penrose and his colleagues suggest that could be able to pass from one universe to the next, according to the available notes. This theory of a recycling universe is definitely triggering massive controversy, and we suggest that you check out the video above, so they got a video to look at. But
I would almost suggest reincarnation then. Almost.
Well, one of the see, this is what a lot of people don't really I don't want to say they don't really understand, but replication is the key to everything. This is why in another video I said lineage is really godly because replication allows you to continue the process. This is probably most likely not the first universe. That means it continues to replicate. Everything that continues to replicate. Stars, you're not going to get the same exact copy, but you're going to get something similar to that. Even people and plants, you got to keep continuing to replicate. And it's understandable that this is hard to understand, and a lot of people have a hard time believing it, because what it does is a fly in the face of their own understanding of how things work. People
My
think
only thing is it's theoretical, so I don't give it too much time. It's like that don't help me get on Earth. That's my only thing. It's theoretical.
It's all theory, basically. Yeah.
But here's the thing, though: Hawking radiation can be pretty much proven, and if Hawking radiation is a thing, then
so is CCC.
So is
the universe.
So because what it's saying is that, look, have y'all ever heard that no information can be destroyed? Energy can't be created nor destroyed. You heard that, Sean?
About energy, yes.
Yeah, energy can't be created. Well, so they say energy can't be created nor destroyed. So if you can't, even if the closing and the destruction of the universe can't destroy all energy, why couldn't there be multiple universes?
I mean, the theory sounded great. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
It's like, but again, like at one point around 2012, when they was believing the Mayan calendar, they was theorizing like, oh, is natural selection real? And maybe did God have a hand in it? And then since 2012 didn't shake things up, we back to theorizing that God is not in existence.
That's the thing. We listening to these experts.
That's it. So it's man.
I want to go
you want to listen
read
to people
myself,
who don't know
what the expert. I ain't talking about what the expert said,
Okay, so you don't want to believe in experts.
Since they did not see fit to acknowledge Elohim, he gave them to a depraved mind to do what ought not to be done, like create a sun or a nuclear reactor that's 5 times hotter than the sun. Stop.
Right.
Those books were created.
He gave them over
by
to
man. Ski. They were written by people who had less expertise in science than the people who are talking about it today. They had less knowledge back then when those books were written. Okay, so
for that very reason, he sends them a powerful delusion so that they may believe that lie. They lying. That's all they do. Like they said, the same people, these experts, the theory is monkeys, Big Bang, gravity, universe. And we're talking about the universe, the same universe with Pluto, Mercury, Judo, Mars, Neptune, them all pagan Greek gods.
I
Now
know
that's a
that.
fact.
Skip the names. They were
Man,
called
no
something,
planets.
they were called something
Man,
else
no
before
universe.
they got their grubby hands on
They
it
got
and
that in their movie too.
started
Metaverse,
naming them
Spider-Man. You know,
names and stuff like that. So I don't
heathens can't go home.
look, man.
I don't
I'm
even
just saying
know.
they put it in their movies. You know what they thinking, they thoughts. You know,
True.
Listen. The thing is this: a lot of this stuff is new. It's new information that's coming out. The stuff that exists now and the knowledge
it's
that
new.
is known
It's
now.
new garbage. You know,
It's
it's like they got new
Hold on,
medicine coming out every day with side effects.
Let me finish, dude.
Go ahead, because they ain't experts. You calling them
now
experts?
that they know, the stuff they know now was not
I
known
call them natural
back
born
then.
killers.
It was not known back then. It was
So
stuff like black holes and Hawking radiation. That stuff wasn't known. Science is new, and a lot of times with people, especially people who don't know, a lot of times science is scary. You know,
So let me
back
ask you
then,
this.
back
They
in
know
the
back
day,
then.
back in the day,
Do
they
you-
used to call scientific stuff witchcraft, because if you
Do you-
use any kind of science, like
I mean, how did they know back then though?
Because-
You know,
because they didn't understand the world
they
like
still-
we do now. So they
Okay.
would
You
call
believe
that
that?
stuff witchcraft. Yeah, they would call it
So
Like
let
I
witchcraft.
me-
said,
let me ask you this.
the man on TikTok said he never been to the moon. Yeah,
do you agree? Do you
So it
agree
was fake.
that
Oh man,
Hold up,
on
cuz,
Tiki
hold
Tac,
up, cuz,
I'm
hold
supposed
up,
to go
hold
by
up.
that.
listen, do you agree that the Moors taught the British people and Italian people and the French people how to sail, how to navigate the seas? Do you agree with that statement?
You asking me or Ski?
You, the Moors in Africa.
Yeah, I believe them. I believe there were a lot of knowledgeable, not even just the Moors, but a lot of knowledgeable Africans back then who navigated the seas. They were masters of the seas back then.
So, all right, so I'm finna build my case. This is the reason I'm bringing this up, right? So we agreed that the Moors, some African people, taught European people, you know,
Not only
how to sail.
how to navigate, but how to build boats. They didn't know
Uh-oh.
none of that.
Now we getting into it. Chemistry, dentistry, right? Hygiene. Don't just poop and throw it out the window. Don't just throw your trash out the window. Let's get some structure to y'all civilization, is my point. So
Yeah, man, but-
our culture taught them, right? And so in today's time, we call A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We call that the Pythagorean theorem, right? Named after an expert who learned from the Egyptians. All right. But we agreed that the Moors taught them, and we agreed that the Egyptians taught Pythagoras, right? We call it Pythagorean theorem in today's time, but he went to Egypt and learned that. So my whole point in connecting these dots, right, is how could you possibly say that they didn't understand the world around them when the whole reason for them knowing how to navigate to other countries and islands and pretty much a lot of their knowledge. The video you sent today about them having a plane and being capable of flight during Egyptian time. That's something you said.
But I know.
And so my
Sean.
point is, we were further than to say that we didn't understand the world around us before the Egyptian empire failed. Around the time of Jesus, let's be real, from 3500 to 0 BC, right? That's not an accurate statement to say that they didn't understand the world around. They taught these people who are supposedly teaching us. We taught them that, and when we taught it to them, and they were starting.
But you're bringing up a straw man argument, man. Nobody is saying that we did not teach other civilizations a lot of stuff.
No,
I don't know what happened to Sean. I don't know. I think his phone went out. What do you got to say about that, though, Ski?
I heard it, but
I just think
there was a lot of civilizations, you know, There's a lot of nations, and no nation better than ours. No nation,
Yeah, I agree
we
with
was the
that.
greatest.
But
Yeah,
but like I was telling Sean, there's
because of
no
our Elohim. That's why.
look, man.
That's why.
Thing is this, I'm not saying that we didn't take part in science and technology and teach the world a lot of that stuff, but really that's really not my point on this topic here. That's another topic, and we ain't got to get into Elohim.
I
And
mean,
I
yeah,
would
that's
rather I
science
would
is great,
rather but what I'm saying is I would rather us just deal
because
with it.
the
Hold on,
scientists
Steve, let
want
me
to find a
finish. Let
way.
me finish, man. You're always talking
Go
over me.
ahead.
What I'm saying is
Go
I
ahead.
would rather us deal with the topic at hand, man. Because a lot of times we fall into these, subtitles of what we did and what we contributed and this, that, and the third, and they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that. But that ain't what I'm talking about. I just want us to deal with the topic at hand. And the topic is the universe, man. Give me a good reason why do you think that theory is wrong?
I just gave you a good reason.
No, you didn't. No, give it to
Because
me
of our
again.
Elohim. That's the number one reason.
Elohim.
Because of our Elohim. Yeah, they want to give you a vast universe. Dig that. Like I just said, all them planets out there in that universe is nothing but pagan gods. That's it. Let's start with the flood. Well, that's fake right there. But it's another universe. It's a vast universe. But it never was a flood. But it's proven here on Earth. It's proven by these
and the vast universe isn't proven when planets and stars are light years away.
By the people that dig the Earth or whatnot. Yeah, it's proven. Everything the Most High said was proven. But this vast universe and this gravity and these monkeys that we evolved from, that's not proven at all. It's a lie.
Yes, it is, man.
And that's what I believe.
We share a lot of DNA. We are primates, man. And I know it's hard.
Yeah, they primates. Dig that. They rezu. Yeah, I'm not. You can believe that.
Too. You are.
I don't
too.
believe none of their books. Just like you say about our book. You know what I'm saying? They tampered with it. I see the stumbling blocks. I see what they did. Them heathens. Yeah.
Look, man.
Now it's a vast universe now.
Ski. Yeah.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Beam me up, Scotty.
You don't think it's a vast universe?
Come on. I just said.
What you tell me what the lights are in the sky. What are those?
What are the lights? They stars.
Stars,
it's
right?
signs.
Okay,
it's
so
like the moon,
how far are those stars?
So when they talk about the North Star, they know
but tell me how far they are.
They follow. These heathens follow what's going on.
The stars. How far?
Now they chemtrail in the sky up so bad, dropping aluminum and all kind of things on us.
I ain't talking about chemtrails.
Like I just said,
how far are the stars?
I'm just freestyling right now. They
I know, but
ain't far as they said they were.
And answer the question. How far?
I'm just gonna tell you what I'm thinking. You keep asking me questions. I'm telling you.
Give me an answer.
I'm not gonna give you exact answers. I ain't in the science books because I know they're liars. Remember, they are liars. I don't know how far the stars are. Dig that.
Well, everything
how
else.
Far are
you seem to know everything else,
stars?
Bro.
Like these heathens know. They got measuring sticks to measure that shit. Come on now.
Dude,
you keep asking me this question like you pounding it into me like I know. Yeah, the stars is this far. The sun is 93 million miles from the Earth. That's what they said. Yeah. It's 93 million miles away from the Earth.
Exactly.
Okay,
takes about 7-8 minutes for the light to get here.
Just like we on this spinning ball.
We're on a spinning ball.
With water all around it. That makes
Exactly,
sense.
because
A
the
spinning
water,
ball, or what? Keeping the
because
gravity, keeping the water all
has
together.
to obey gravity just like
Yeah.
everything else.
And the water obey it on them waterfalls.
Yeah, that's a good example of gravity. The water is always trying to fall because it obeys
It's not
gravity,
level,
just like
huh?
everything else.
Yeah, it's not level.
Let me ask you
All
this:
the
Do you
things that
feel
went on
like
in the earth before?
do you feel like there is metal in the middle of the Earth? Do you feel like
Can't
there's
flood the earth.
Do you feel like there's a
The earth ain't gonna
magnetic
flood if
field?
this is a big ball.
Do you feel like there's a magnetic field?
Yeah. Gravity ain't gonna flood the earth.
Gravity ain't gonna flood the
It's a
Earth?
lie. It's a lie.
What do you mean gravity ain't gonna flood the Earth? It's a magnet, man. You haven't gone to see the northern lights, right? Well, if you go to the North Pole and see the northern lights, you will see the magnetic
The
field,
North Pole.
right? And
That's
you
an
will
actual
see
place, huh?
the North Pole.
Where Santa Claus at in his elves
Oh my!
in the North Pole.
This is how I know
That's
you
not a
pay
place.
too much attention to fables and myths, man. You too old to be
I
believing
can't
this shit,
understand
man.
why, what I say, is a fable and a myth, You do the knowledge.
Why are you mentioning
You
Santa
asking me, and I'm
Claus?
just telling you where I'm at with it. You believe in the science book and the experts and it's a universe that's vast. I just don't,
Yeah, I know you don't, but the thing is, you have all the proof in the world. I mean, you don't believe in gravity, but guess what? You gave me a good example of gravity.
Oh well,
A waterfall.
Yeah, and I could be on that, but I know where you at with it because it will
falls
prove all
down to the
things.
ground
Remember,
near the earth. Everything
it'll
gets
prove
pulled
all
down to
things,
the middle of the earth.
and it proved that, and it already proved that these heathens is on something that's real, real evil. Because it was given to them, to the evil. Now they lying. That's what they do. NASA means deceiver. NASA.
What was given to the
It ain't
evil?
no.
What was given to
NASA
the
and they ain't did nothing. They ain't went nowhere. Where they
What was
went?
given to the evil? What
But
was given?
into their studio, into the water and stuff, start floating around and stuff. Whoa, look at us. We can float in space. That's proven that's fake and false.
What's proven that's fake is false?
From the astronauts themselves. Then some of them came out, They got deprogrammed, like I can't keep going with the lies or whatnot,
Dude. People actually there is something called the space station. As a matter of fact, you can go on the web and you can view people in the space station right now.
Yeah, that's Michael Bay.
Astronauts,
Steven Spielberg
exist.
produced that.
Astronauts exist. No Steven Spielberg, no motion pictures, no Hughes brothers, no none of that. It's real. It's real stuff. You can go online right now, log in, and watch people floating in space.
I'll log in the net, Shitflix, and watch something like that
in a space station. It's a real thing, man. Gravity is a real thing. They be jumping
all on the moon and stuff. They be all in space. Astronauts and all of them.
Like I was telling Sean, man, times like this, I really curse the public school system because they didn't prepare us, man.
The school system did. The school system was the ones that did that.
Slavery and when Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
What about Columbus?
You know what I'm saying?
Tell us about, Columbus and slavery. That's the only part.
They didn't prepare us. They didn't prepare us for what's coming. A dark winter. Yeah.
None of it. And that was done on purpose.
I know Maury Povich was trying to show us back then. Could you tell if this is a man or a woman? I was like, what is You know, like I was used to be watching Jenny Jones and all. That's a man. You know, no, this is a woman. You know.
All right, let's get back to the subject, man, because we all over the
back
map
on
with Jenny Jones.
They lie.
Listen.
You know.
The question is, other than telling me Elohim, like that's supposed to be some kind of answer to solve everything, prove to me that the theory is wrong.
The theory of what?
The universe being just another, there is a universe here before. Prove to me that that theory cannot be correct. Like this is the first one. God said, let there be light, and there was light, and this is the first and only universe. Prove to me that that's the case. Without just giving me some
check this out.
Answer of
One
Elohim. That ain't saying nothing.
I want to ask the philosopher. I mean, so they got this calculation, 93 million miles. Okay. How did the heathens get that?
Math.
What type of math? Where did they learn it?
What do you mean? What type of math? They know
shittometry.
But no, I guarantee it's from a math that they learned elsewhere. But they're not gonna tell you that part. They're gonna call it Hawking.
Okay, look at it this way. Look at it this way. If you
got in one of them spaceships, they got in one of them rockets and went out there. Dang, they measured that. They like it's 93 million miles. We know. Okay.
They know how fast light is. And if you know how fast light is, like say for instance, even the moon, if you do a solar eclipse, okay, you can measure how fast it takes for that light to reach the earth once that solar eclipse is done with. There are a lot of there's mathematical ways.
Solar eclipse we better not look at.
There's mathematical ways to easily figure out how far something is. As a matter of fact, they can find out how far stars are well beyond the sun. Because
Pluto, the last planet,
they know
Pluto is so far away and so small. But now it's another planet.
Other
planet Numerai.
They know how far Andromeda is.
So yeah,
Andromeda? That's another planet?
That's a galaxy. That's another galaxy.
Sci-fi.
Is this news?
That's the sci-fi channel.
You didn't know about Andromeda, Ski?
We heard the Andromeda. Yeah, it's sci-fi. Like I said, you know.
That ain't sci-fi.
NASA's
that's
the deceiver.
That's sci. That's only science. That ain't got nothing to do with
universe is science fiction. You know, science fiction.
No, it's just science, bro.
Lies and addiction. I don't believe none of it.
Okay.
We ain't monkeys on the spinning ball.
That's exactly.
Here goes the monkeys on the spinning ball.
Exactly
that ain't what's going on. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people think that. Let me ask you this: do you think that it's funny because a lot of people think that human beings are special? Now, I would say, yeah, we are special because we have the brain capacity that most animals don't have. But a lot of people are really caught up in their ego, man. Don't you know human beings really can't do many things well except think? What makes us so special?
That's it, though. That's it right there.
That's it, right? We're not the fastest. We can't fly. We're not
no. You said you said they was experts. You said that. They think that.
My point is
we give all praises to our Elohim. Remember?
My point is
we don't praise the scientists. We don't like that. That's evil. Putting a genetically modified pig heart in a human. Stop it.
Yeah.
That's evil. That's wicked. That's more devilish than Frankenstein. I mean, no, that's not. That is Frankenstein on a more evil level. A thing you shouldn't even touch this dead cock. But they heathens, they know they want to turn you into a robotoid because, you know what I'm saying, they ain't got a chance. They're not going to be saved. They know who we are.
Dude.
Them some heathens. They evil. Talking about a vast universe. Them planets out there, huh?
Yeah, them
You know, them
planets out
evil,
there,
them
and
evil demons that
them-
came on this planet and gave man that evil. Yeah, that's some ill news, though.
What? Okay, if there again, Ski, answer the question. What are the stars? How far are they?
You
How
asked me
far?
the same
How,
question. I told you.
I no, you
you
didn't.
put
You didn't tell me.
repeat. You know,
How
I told you I
far
don't know.
are? How? Okay.
I don't have a clue. I'm not. You know, I ain't measured that. You know,
Okay,
it
well,
ain't came.
guess
And
what?
that ain't.
I got
You
people on the
know,
case,
I just know
and guess
a
what?
lot.
These
You know, I
people,
got good discernment
yeah,
on
and these
things. You
people,
know, and
yeah, yeah. Now
I
you're just trying
and
to
I
talk
don't
over
and
me
I
because you
stay
don't want me
away
to
from
answer
false
the
and
question.
fake
Yeah,
news.
okay, we heard all that. But what I'm saying is this:
You tell me
there,
what you tell
there,
me
there
what the
are
scientists
people.
said. Since the
There.
vast
Okay, let
universe,
me answer the
you know,
question. Let me
there's
answer
novas
then.
and black
Okay,
holes and
look. Stop with the whole.
quasars.
Stop with the whole, filibustering bullshit, man. Let me answer the question. The stars out there is
That's
millions,
Bill Nye, man. That's not me.
some
Yeah.
light years away. And what that means is it takes light even years to reach these certain places. Okay. So if you know the speed of light, which is what, 186 million miles an hour, something of that nature.
That's science fiction.
That's not science fiction, man. It's measurable. What are you talking about? Okay, if you put a laser on the moon, okay, and you put a or if you put a mirror on the moon, and you shine that laser on that mirror on the moon, and it bounces back and it comes back to Earth, you know how fast light is.
So you saying
They
Yeah.
have
Star
ways.
Trek.
They have ways.
What was that?
of
The
measuring
Enterprise.
this stuff.
The Enterprise 9000 was traveling at the speed of light.
But anyway, we ran out of time.
Yeah.
This is BMR. Since BMR covered it, now it's official. Thanks for joining us. We got to study science more. Otherwise, we're gonna fall behind.
Captain Kirk.
Hit the like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk to y'all in the next one. Peace.